Alright, so we continue this lesson. Like we said, this is the first coming, this is the second coming. The second coming will be both of them together. It is a verse in Shir HaShirim חדשים גם ישנים דודי צפנתי לך.
Old and
New
and old, my beloved, I have hidden for you.
Alright, so ישנים, old, start with Yud, is the first coming. חדשים start with Chet, have to do with the חיה, the new Jesus,
The beast.
the beast, have to do with this Yeshua. The גימטריה of ישנים plus חדשים equal this two together. Yeshua, two times Yeshua. Alright, so we said that it's all relative. This is Yaakov and Esav. Yaakov and Esav. In another way, this is Yaakov and this is Esav. You can see it this way. All this is Esav and all this is Yaakov. You can see it in two ways. Alright? It's all relative. Now, we say that in the New Testament we have like Ephraim stories that have to do with the fig tree. Something that is there all the time and have to do with the first coming before eating the fig tree and the second coming after eating the fig tree. Now, how we know from the New Testament that when Jesus said the fig tree, he talked about the tree of knowledge, good and evil. How we know? We can prove it. He's going to meet Nathanael. He's a sixth disciple, Nathanael. And when you see Nathanael arrive from far away, you will say, this guy is a real son of Israel that don't know what is a lie, a real person of truth. So then Nathanael asked Jesus, how you know me? So then Jesus said, I know you from before when you was under the fig tree. Before he was talking with Philip under the fig tree, and Philip said to Nathanael, you should meet this guy. But what really means Jesus when he say, I know you from when you was under the fig tree, what he mean? He mean, I know your soul of the time it was under the tree of knowledge, good and evil, as part of the soul of the snake. I know you from the time you was a snake, and still you are not a liar. Now I understand why you say you are not a liar. Now, how we know that Nathanael represents the tribe of Dan from his 12 disciples? They are, of course, parallel to the 12 tribe. And how we know that Nathanael is correspond to the tribe of Dan, the one that called snake? He puts them in order. Right? He says the first one is Shimon, etc. Alright, so he puts them in order. And the sixth one is Nathanael. In the order he put. Now, let's parallel the tribe of the disciple of Jesus to the 12th tribe, starting by Shimon Kefa, like he starts with Shimon Kefa. Okay? Shimon, there are two orders. Is the order of the birth and is the order of the flag, the way they used to walk in the desert. In the order of the birth, Shimon is the second. So we start with the second, with Shimon, because Shimon parallel to Shimon. After Shimon we have Levi, after Yehuda, after Yisachar, Zvulun, all the children of Leah came together in the order of birth. After we have Dan, 6-1. Again, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zvulun, Dan is a 6-1. Dan. Now in the order of the flag, Shimon will be the 5th one, parallel to the month of Av. After Shimon, we have Gad. After we have Ephraim, after we have Menashe, after we have Binyamin, and after we have in the month of Tevet, the beginning of the winter, we have the tribe of Dan. The letter Ain, like we said, is a 10. This is a 10 month. It's a 10 simple letter. There are 12 simple letters that parallel to the 12th tribe and the 12th month, or the 12th thing. So in the two order, Nathanael is the 6th one. It means is parallel to the concept of the snake. Still, you are not a liar. So now we know why he says so to Nathanael. I guess that the other disciples of Jesus are person of truth as well. All his disciples probably are holy people, are people of truth. But why he will say this to Nathanael? Because Nathanael corresponds to the snake, and where was the snake? Under the fig tree. It means under the tree of knowledge, good and evil. Alright, so now we know as well a proof from Jesus that when he says the fig tree, he talks about the tree of knowledge, good and evil. Now we know why he cares the fig tree. And now we understand why he says that the second coming will be when the fig tree will be ready. It means when we will have a Torah that can contain the light that I represent. Vessel of Torah. In terminology of Hasidut and Kabbalah, we call it Orot de Tohu Bekelim de Tikkun, light of chaos in vessel of rectification. The Rabbi Schneerson, the Rabbi Melubavitch used to say all the time to his disciple, please bring me light of chaos in vessel of rectification, because from the point of view of Chabad, of a Rabbi, this is a formula of the redemption. And it is written in the Hasidut of Chabad that the light of chaos corresponds to Esav, it's meant to Christianity, and the vessel of rectification corresponds to Yaakov, to the Torah. So, when we'll have the light, according to Chabad, when we will have the light of Christianity in vessel of Torah correctly, only then can appear the second coming. Because then we can talk about Jesus. It's what to talk about. If not, what I will say about Jesus? It seems that is nothing not to say, to prove that he is really Mashiach. Why? It teaches me to be a good person. It's not enough. Derech Eretz, to be a good person, it's above the Torah. It means it's before the Torah of knowledge, above the Torah of knowledge, good and evil. It's above the Torah. Like Paulo said to his people, you are not under the hand of the Torah. You are under the hand of the grace. Alright, so we must to have vessel of Torah to be able to talk about Jesus. You know, the book of Matthew, in Hebrew we call him Matai. Matai, it means when. It means the book of Matthew is a book of time. There are 28 chapters in the book of Matai, and the parallel to the 28th time in the book of Kohelet. It's time to give birth. The first chapter, Avraham gave birth to Yitzchak, Yitzchak gave birth to Yaakov, etc. And it's time to die. Second chapter, Ordus kill all the children in Bethlehem, etc. Alright, so they are parallel. And there are many parallels to this 28 concept, the 28 king from David to Jesus, the 28 letter from Aleph with the 5 final letters, the 5 months apart, until the 1,000 that came after. Aleph become Elef, what is 1,000, from 1 to 1,000. It's 28 letters, from Aleph to Aleph. Taf is 400, after Chaf Sofit, final Chaf is 500, final Mem is 600, final Nun is 700, final Pei is 800, final Tzadik is 900, and Aleph, it means Elef, the same letter. The letter Aleph, what is 1, is the same word, same letter like the word Elef that it means 1,000.
Maybe something about how Yeshua says, I am the Aleph and the Taf. Or I am the Alpha and the Omega.
It's like he will say, I am David and I am Jesus. He is David. David ben Yishai equal Yeshua. Mm-hmm. Alright, so he's the first one and the last one. And every month, each one of us can parallel our day to the learning of the book of Matthew. Let's say we can read every first of the month, the first chapter of Matthew, and try to adjust our life, what's happening in this day to what it is written in the first chapter of book of Matthew. The second day in the month, which I talk about the month of the moon, of course, must be a month of the moon. It's why we count
the days of the lunar month.
Yes, must be the Hebrew month. Mm-hmm. All right, so we can every Christian, every good Christian, can parallel the 28 time and the 28 kings, and the 28 letter, and the 28 chapter in the book of Matthew to the day of the month. The two last day, it's called Shalom Ad Bli Areach. Peace, the last time, is peace. With no moon. It means in the 28th day I don't see the moon anymore. Alright, so it's a good idea for the Christian that do a regular learning and reading each day in the month, one of the 28 chapter. In the two last day, they meditate about what is above any revelation. Above any revelation, it means I don't see the moon anymore. It's like the dark side of the moon. Meditate about the existence of God above Holy Spirit, above all kind of revelation, above even the name of God himself. Alright, so it's something by the way. So, what is it in the chapter 24? They will ask in the book of Matthew when they will ask Jesus when will be the second coming. So then he said when the fig tree will be ready.
Mm-hmm.
What time we are now? It's time to talk. It's time to talk.
How do you know that it's time to talk?
The fig tree is ready.
How do you know that the fig tree is ready?
This is a fig tree. In the moment I can talk with Rabbi, I can transform the curse of the fig tree, the curse of Jesus, I can transform to a blessing. It's no problem.
Why couldn't...
I can even keep cursing Jesus, like all the Jews do. It's no problem. The curse is the most deep intention, meaning of the blessing of the priest. In one of our lessons we explain how exactly. How Yimach Shmo, it's the most deep meaning of the priest blessing.
But there was no... Could it have happened in Chachmei Tzfat, the Kabbalists of Safed, the Ari, these amazing Kabbalists, the Baal Shem Tov, these great Hasidic rabbis, none of them figured it out, none of them were able to do... Why did none of them do before what you're doing now?
Because they are the root in... Their soul is the root of Hevel, not the root of Cain, Esav. To bring something new, it's a mentality that belongs to the left.
But wasn't Baal Shem Tov, for example, who started the whole Hasidic movement, which many of your ideas are based on Hasidic ideas, wasn't he a leftist in your in your terminology?
I didn't understand.
Wasn't he a mechadesh? Wasn't he making new and novel ideas?
Well, if he's a real leader of Am Yisrael, his soul must to be, if he has a general soul, his soul must to be both of them, Yaakov and Esav.
So why couldn't the Baal Shem Tov didn't the Baal Shem Tov know what you know?
A Baal Shem Tov knew that Jesus is Mashiach. We can prove it. There is a story that he wrote a letter to his brother-in-law, and he told him that he did have Aliyat Neshama, his soul that leaves the body as sand, and he was in heaven in a place that he was never before. He arrived to the Ken Tzipor, to the nest of the bird, to the place in heaven where is Mashiach, and he talked with Mashiach, and he asked Mashiach, Matai Katima, when Mashiach will come. And then Mashiach told him a verse from Mishle, when Yafutsu my Notecha Chutza. When your spring will spread out. Yafutsu Manotecha Chutza have the acronym of Yimach in the right order. So then he told him three special names. When Abba Shem Tov was very sorry, when it will happen, it will take generation before this happens, that all my teaching will spread all over the world. It will take generation. So then Mashiach, to make him feel good, he revealed him his secret. And what he revealed him? 3 holy names. But Abba Shem Tov didn't have permission all his life to reveal these 3 holy names. Because these 3 holy names have to do with the concept of chen. Chen, grace. But chen in Hebrew have to do with the concept of the 50 gates of understanding. Nevo. the mountain where Moshe was buried, Nevo, equal Chen, 58. Yimach, 2, this 3 letter. Yud Mem Chet. Well, all my book is bad for me. Nevo is Nun Bo. The 50 in it, the 50 gates of understanding. And what is the 50 gates of understanding? That is a paradox, that the lie is true. It's why it is written, Noach מצא חן, Noach find grace in the eyes of God. Noach and Chen is the same letter. It's the last verse in the portion of Genesis. It means it represents the goal of the creation. It's why the Ark of Noach equal תכלית, goal. The Ark of Noach, תיבת Noach. No. What Teva in Hebrew, Teva, it's mean an ark, but it's mean a word too. So what is the word of Noach? Is the word Chen, it's why Chen and Noach is the same letter. Now, Noach find grace in the eyes of God, it means the capability to reverse any Noach. Noach, it means something that rests. Any anacha, any axioma. Anything, it's same for you that this is the truth. God created you, right? No, you have to be able to reverse it. You create God as well. Anything you think is true, you have to be able to reverse it. This is the secret of Mashiach. It's why Mashiach equals snake. What is a snake? איש תהפוכות זה הנחש. Somebody that reverses himself, he's a snake. It's why he's a liar. Alright, so I'm sorry, you cannot reveal this to the people because it will be a big mess in the world.
Mm-hmm. So why can you reveal?
Alright, 1 second. So then, but it teaches him something else. It teaches him something to prepare the world to be able to receive the secret of Mashiach. Now, what is this preparation? He told him, this we have it in the letter. He told him, everything that you learn, everything that you meditate, you have to understand it in 3 levels of understanding. Parallel to word, soul, and godliness. And he called this 3 concepts, Achna'ah, submission, Avdallah, separation, and Amtaka, sweetening, to make it sweet. This is a 3 words. Achna'ah, Avdallah, Amtaka. Let's take a concept like a snake. What is a snake in the level of submission, of Achna'ah? It's like the low level of understanding. All the level of understanding, of course, are all true, but still there are different levels. In the level of Achna'ah, a snake is an animal, bad animal, right? It can bite you. In the level of Avdallah, of separation, the snake is a bad inclusion. Now, it is a bad inclusion in holiness, and it is a bad inclusion not in holiness. Yetzer hara. Inclination. Right, so we have to make a separation between a good inclination, the Dan, for example, called snake. So is a bad inclination in holiness, if he is part of Am Yisrael. Mm-hmm. And it is a bad inclination not in holiness. So we have to make a separation between both of them. Mm-hmm. This is second level of...
Can you give an example of an easy example for people to understand what is an example of the evil inclination in holiness?
Yeah. If I eat because I am angry, I use a bad inclination for holiness. If I make sex with my wife, I use bad inclination in holiness. There are many, many examples. All the life in Eretz Israel have to do with the rectification of the Yetzer Hara. It means the natural life that have to be in holiness. All right? The good inclination just want to be with God. But the bad inclination want this world. And this world have to be fixed. All right?
This is why the Israelites couldn't stay in the desert. You can't just stay in the desert.
Yeah, because in the desert it's like only good inclination. It's like bread from heaven.
Right.
No, God wants that you eat bread from
The earth.
even after you go to the bathroom. When you eat only bread from heaven, is no bathroom after
Alechem
this.
haklokel.
All right, is no bathroom. It's all perfect, but the rectification of this world have to do with eating bread from the earth. Jesus say, "I'm the bread of heaven." He said about himself. He's right. He's Mashiach ben Yosef. But the mentality of Am Yisrael in this time is start to develop lechem min haaretz, Torah that we said, we decide. We already received the Torah, so God don't al titarev, how you say?
Don't get in our way.
Don't get in our way. We have to find what you want as lechem min haaretz.
That's the thing. We have to find what you want.
Yes.
There's a problem that sometimes we find what we want.
Yeah, we can do. It's why we go to the bathroom. We do mistake, but in this way we correct this word. This word, to correct this word, it means we have to take the decision with the vessel of this word, with the nature of this word, with the tnaim, the way this word it is, to decide what is a good thing.
Conditions.
If I don't take a decision, I am not fix my brand. If you tell me all the time what to do, I don't fix my judgment. I have to fix my brand, not your. Alright? Not the brand of God. We have to fix this word, so in this world there are all kind of things that we have to take decision alone. Alright, we receive already the Torah, but to understand what exactly you want in this Torah, we don't want the prophecy for this.
And this is still...
Alright, the fact that we don't have prophecy anymore, it's a development in many ways.
The closing of the
It's like,
pipes of prophecy and the opening of the pipe of
all right,
wisdom
it's
of
why
the Holy
it's
Spirit.
exactly when start the time of our sages said what they say about the way we have to do the commandment. All right, so Jesus is not the truth, so he say you are not right. So he's right, but still they want to develop, natural, in
Right.
natural way.
It's like how
The
they
coming
say-
of Mashiach must to be a natural development.
It's like the modern Hebrew expression, "אתה צודק אבל אתה לא חכם,"
Okay, okay.
right?
Yeah,
You're right, but you're not smart.
Well,
Be
yeah.
smart, don't be right. The higher level is to be smart and right.
Yes. Okay, so
So that was still Havdalah, that was still the level of separation?
Havdalah, it's to understand something in the level of separation. Amtaka, it's like when the evil himself, the Nachash, equal Mashiach. The Nachash, the snake himself is a Mashiach. This Amtaka.
Sweetening.
It means the evil, the bee that is not kosher, make honey. The evil, the good and the evil of the tree of knowledge, good and evil, call butter and honey. Emmanuel, the Mashiach, will eat butter and honey, but before he get to the knowledge of the difference between good and evil, the first coming, all the land will be left. Before he will eat the fig tree, Emmanuel. Alright? So, how much equals this free word? Achna Avdala Amtaka. Natzrut. 746. Christianity. What it means Natzrut? To keep. Notzer it means keep. Notzer Te'ena, the one that keep the fig tree, he will eat the fig tree. He will enjoy it of eating the fruit of the fig tree. Veshomer Adonav Yechubad, and the one that guard his master, he will be respected. The same thing. To guard his master is to keep the fig tree. This is what do the Christian. They keep. Sometimes, unfortunately, like a bad dog that keep his master. Alright? Alright, so, but this is job, to keep his master. To keep the fruit until the fruit will be ready to eat. The fruit cannot be ready to eat by the learning of Christianity. It doesn't matter how many years of academy you will do about, you will learn theology, Christian theology. You will never know what is the truth about what Jesus teach. Why? Because Torah, the fig tree, the tree of knowledge, good and evil, can be learned only in Hebrew. And even if we translate the New Testament from English to Hebrew, now we can learn it. Even it came from the English. Even let's say that the English is the original, but it's not.
The Greek.
Yes, the Greek. But let's say probably the Hebrew is original.
Right.
But let's say that even if the English is the original, if you translate to Hebrew, now we can get to the meaning of the word, what really hiding in the letter, the Hebrew letter, with the number, etc. Now we can know what is the Te'ena, that is Avraham and Yitzchak, etc. If not, we cannot know.
What translation did you use when you first started? You're from a completely rabbinic background. When you started studying New Testament in Hebrew, I
don't know how you call this translation. I found a translation in the internet that is better of most of the books that people send me in English or in Hebrew, all kind of version of translation.
The Dalit? Was it the Dalit?
I don't know how you call it. Maybe you check this, but I found a good translation, and it's work. It's work.
Do you sometimes have an intuition and you change the word a little bit from? For example, they use one word in Hebrew, but you feel like it should be a different word.
Sometimes I like to do it, but I be careful. Sometimes really there are many options, so you can say, well, maybe this should be the translation. You know, I have the time to do it.
Right.
All right, so, but this is something that you have to be careful about this. So far, I found that exactly the way I have it in this file that I have is good enough. Right? Most of it. Probably there are things that when will be the time, this book will be learned with all the sages of Am Israel from the beginning. Maybe they will be find more ancient
Dead Sea Scrolls,
all kind of I don't know what, and finally this book will be signed in Hebrew. Sign, it means this is the word and it's final. Right now it's not happened yet, alright, so it's one of the problems today with learning the New Testament, that you have different versions, so it's a problem. But it should not be.
You say that the Christians, they guard the fig tree, but doesn't Am Yisrael...
It's what means Notzri.
Right.
They are the keeper.
The keeper.
They are the keeper. It's what.
But doesn't, for the Nazarene and the reason, generally the regular reason that people call them Notzrim is Nazarenes, because Jesus came from Nazareth. But in Ariel's interpretation, he's interpreting it as the keepers, those who keep and that's also
Nazareth, it's a name of a place.
right.
But what this word in Hebrew mean,
Is to guard.
it means few things, but basically most of anything and all the words that have the same, even if they have different meanings, all the meaning are attached one with another. The main meaning of lintzor is to guard.
Right.
On the gang you have a nitzra
A safety.
to make it safety.
Right,
So
right.
all right. So the lintzor it's mean to keep.
Right.
It is another word, for example, netzer. ונצר משורשיו יפרה. A netzer, it's a new branch that came from the root of the tree. It's like a new tree, like it was a tree. The tree is not anymore. It's like the house of David. It is a choter migeza yishai. Choter, it's a tree that you cut it. And it's a new little branch that grew up from it. It's called choter. Start with chet. Netzer start with nun. It's chen, acronym of chen. Netzer, from the root. The root is mean from the subconsciousness. It means the connection to David is not something that is revealed. It's something that is connected only through the soul, through a way that you don't see the connection. It is connected, but you don't see it.
But what I wanted to
What
ask
is under the ground, it's like what is above consciousness.
What I wanted to ask is, does Christianity guard the fig, or does Judaism guard the fig?
No, unfortunately, the Jews don't care about Christianity or about the New Testament. So how they guard it?
No, but you said that the Yeshua with 2 ayin equals teina, equals fig.
It means these two forces have to bring Jesus back to Am Israel. They represent the tree of knowledge, good and evil. One is
Which
good,
is Torah.
one is evil. The concept of the tree of knowledge, good and evil, it's not only a tree. This tree symbolizes a situation that it is bad and evil. It is a world, it is a space, it is a mentality that there are different opinions. All right, and in these different opinions, there are basic 2 opinions. So these 2 personalities are the fig tree. And are originally part of the soul of Jesus. They just don't know it. Right? Originally, we say that the Yeshua with the 2 ayin, it's part of the soul of Jesus that stay in Am Yisrael. One, and it's split again to 2. One go to a good way, the other one go to a bad way. Alright, so we don't know what happened to these 2 guys in these 2, but one of them go to a good direction, so he will become one of the leaders of Am Yisrael, a good leader, like a Rabbi Melubavitch. And the other one is somebody that come back from the klipot, is repent. He come back from the evil force. And have to do with the bad guy. Now, both of them have to be part of the legal Orthodox Judaism and have to fix this Orthodox Judaism. By adding Esav, by bringing back Jesus, by doing all kinds of things that have to be done. That really we will do the law of the Torah the way that really God wants, not the way we want. All right?
What was, can you explain who and what Shabtai Tzvi was? How did that happen?
It's a false prophet, completely.
Hmm. But didn't he have something right that he was able to have a third of the Jews follow him?
It was something completely not in holiness. One of the biggest rabbi that fight against Shabtai Tzvi, Yavetz, he
Rabbi
said,
Jacob Emden.
yes, and he said very, very good thing about Jesus.
Right.
More of any other rabbi, I think, in all the story of Am Yisrael, nobody says such a good thing about Jesus like he said.
Mm-hmm.
He said you should thank Jesus, the Christian, that he teach to the nation good morality, how to behave, to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And his disciples that teach the Christian the seven commandment of Noah. All right, so he said good thing about Jesus. We should thank him. This is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
They have it. And he was completely 100% against the people of Shaitat. He put them out of Am Yisrael. Mm-hmm. Thousands of people stay in snow with no possibility to buy food, to rent an apartment from Jewish. No possibility. They have no choice to become Christian. They have no choice. They was out of Am Yisrael in one day. People that was Haredim, Orthodox Jew. He put them out of Am Yisrael completely. They cannot buy food, they cannot rent apartments, they cannot go to the shul, nothing. Completely operation. It's a terrible thing, operation like this to Am Yisrael. It's terrible. Alright, so, but I just tell you that the same guy that he was completely against Shabtai Tzvi and the people that believe in him, he was completely for Jesus.
Do you think
Right? So it teach us something that Shabtai Tzvi have nothing to do with a true messianic.
Could Shabtai Tzvi be related to the Christian idea of the Antichrist? The year that he declared himself Messiah was 1666.
Well, it's interesting. Why not? All right. So this not our subject, but I just want to show you that the revelations that have a Baal Shem Tov from Mashiach. It was a completely Mashiach, real Mashiach revelation, and it was Mashiach from Jesus. And he revealed the three secret word, that all my book is based on these three secret word. Mm-hmm. That I find them as bread that grew from the earth. Mm-hmm. I find them by myself. Nobody tell me. It's not any angel that whisper in my ear these names. All right, is the name Yitzchak, Mashiach, and Chen. We will get to this maybe later. All right, all my book is based on three words that have the acronym of Yimach. Yitzchak is the hero of the story. Mashiach is the goal of the story. Chen is the key of Yitzchak to achieve this goal. The principle here is the secret of the cross. All right, so maybe we'll talk in this one of these sessions about the cross again, and we'll explain why these three words have to do with the secret of the cross and all the other concepts of Christianity. But this was, by the way, to show you that for answer to your question, that the Baal Shem Tov and all the great rabbi of Am Yisrael always knew the truth, even if they cannot tell it to the people.
And what makes you so sure that you can tell it to the people now?
I can't tell it to the people now. It's time to talk. Time to talk is the 24 time in the book of Kohelet, the 24th time, parallel to the chapter 24 that Jesus said, you can bring Mashiach, you can talk about me. The second coming, it means that we can talk about this. If we cannot talk about Jesus, if you see a naked one, cover him, you can talk about him. But if this Mashiach is dressed with a fig tree in a correct way, you can talk about this. It's something to talk about. I can talk with the rabbi. Now it's no problem. I can talk with them. They listen.
Has anyone ever done what you're doing?
No,
Who was the closest one to doing what you're doing?
nobody.
Is the Baal Shem Tov close?
Well, Baal Shem Tov make a preparation, he prepare Am Israel to the mentality of the spiritual root of Christianity, what is the mentality of the kingdom of the north, what we call the tree of Yosef. The tree of Yosef, Et Yosef equal Jesus, Yeshu. The way we call the kingdom of the north, Et Yosef, equal to Od Yosef Bni Chai. My son Yosef is still alive. Od Yosef Bni Chai, Od Yosef Bni Chai, like said Yaakov. This equal 316. What is Yeshu? Jesus. So this is the tree of Yosef. It's the way we call the kingdom of the north. Who was the rabbi of the first king of the north? Achia Shiloni. Who was the rabbi of Baal Shem Tov? Achia Shiloni. So the root of the spirit of the 10th Rab, what is different of the spirit of the tree of Judah? The tree of Judah, when you do the sacrifice, you must to be inside the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a town mentality, town, city. A lot of bureaucracy, a lot of rule is a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
In the tree of Yosef, it's enough you see Shiloh many miles away, you can do your sacrifice in the nature.
And Shiloh is one of the names of the Messiah.
It's one of the names of the Mashiach.
Is it a name that has to do with the first coming, that has to do with Mashiach ben Yosef?
You have to do with the first coming and with the second coming. Shiloh equal Moshe, Moses. Yavo Shiloh equal Mashiach.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the acronym of Yeshua with the Ain. You have the acronym of Yeshua and you have the acronym of Yeshu, both acronym. Alright, so this has to do with the two comings. Especially, you have Ad, Ki Yavo Shiloh. Ad is the same letter of Ed.
Witness.
There are two witnesses. So this has to do more with the second coming. The second coming is the real coming of Mashiach. It will be both of them together. The Chaya and the Yechida. Chai, have the acronym of Chai. Achia Shiloni, we call him Baal HaChai. He's the special prophet. He was a rabbi of Eliyahu Hanavi. That has to do with the level of the Chaya and the Yechida. Baal HaChai. Right, so his Achia has the letter of Chai in his name. So Israel Baal Shem Tov learned for 10 years, when he was 26 years old, Achia Shiloni, he was 26 years, a tzaddik nistar, unrevealed.
A hidden righteous man.
Yes. And then Achia Shilonim revealed to him and he teach him for 10 years, he revealed to him in body and teach him for 10 years the Chassidut. He teach him all the Torah. When they finish the 5 book of Torah, what is the end of the 5 book of Torah? אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל. That did fix, to do, in Hebrew it means to fix, Moshe to the eyes of Israel, of all Israel. So we finish the Torah with the two eyes. All the Torah is to fix these two eyes, these two witnesses, the good and the evil, the body and the blood. All the Torah. So when they arrive to this place, Achia Shiloni said to Baal Shem Tov, now you have to reveal yourself to the eyes of all Israel. And then Baal Shem Tov, he became a tzaddik galui, a righteous man that is revealed to the world. And then he started to teach the Chassidut to the people around him. But for what we need the Chassidut? To prepare Am Yisrael to receive the wisdom of Jesus. What the main difference between what was before and what was after the Chassidut? Chassidut bring nature, heart, to the learning, to the Torah, to the Judaism. Less town, more country, more simplicity, simple Jew. Mm-hmm. Simple happiness, simple prayer to God. This originally what the Chassidut was meant to bring. Today, we can say the Chassidut a little bit lost this way, because it is a concurrence between Chassidut and no Chassidim, who will make it more tough, who do more achmarot, how you say achmara,
stringencies
in the rule of the Torah. It became a competition, all right? So this not what meant to be the Chassidut.
It seems like students always do the opposite of what their rabbi really taught them.
Well, because the התנגדות, the against of the מתנגדים, the Chassidut must to adjust herself to the reality. All right, so but you will find a lot of similarity between what Baal Shem Tov teach and between what Jesus teach. So he prepare Am Yisrael to receive the Mashiach. This what is a Chassidut, preparation of Am Yisrael to receive Mashiach, and to receive Mashiach as well is to receive the tree of Yosef. It means the 10 lost tribes that was lost in Christianity. It's why these people come back to Am Yisrael through Christianity. And it's why, from the first place, God sent to Am Yisrael a Mashiach that is a kid, that is above Torah. Why the prophecy about the birth of Emmanuel was given to Achaz? Achaz is a very bad king. But what happened because Achaz? Because Achaz asked help from Ashur against the kingdom of the north, against Pakar ben Remaliah and Retzin, king of Aram. He was afraid from them. So he asked help from Ashur and Yeshayahu, the prophet.
Assyria.
And Yeshayahu told him, don't worry about them, don't ask help from Ashur. He didn't listen. He asked help from Ashur. Now came Ashur and destroyed the kingdom, put the end to the kingdom of the north. Starting the day of Achaz, finish in the day of his son, Chizkiyahu. Their opinion, by the way, that Chizkiyahu is Emmanuel. What was the healing of Chizkiyahu? The Dvelet Te'anim, the fig tree. He was healed from his sickness with the fig tree. All right, so we see that the fig tree is the healing of Mashiach. Our sages said that God wants to make Chizkiyahu Mashiach. And in Kidvei Arizal they say, which Mashiach? They say Mashiach ben Yosef. Chizkiyahu even is from the house of David. Arizal said that is Mashiach ben Yosef. And he was very sick, he had Shchen. He was going to die. And he prayed to God, and God had him Yud-K 15 years. and he was healed with the dry figs, with the fig tree. Right? So you see that the correction of Jesus is a fig tree. Correction in Hebrew, it means clothing. You have problem with the skin of the snake. Shchen have the letter of Nachash. Alright, so you have to fix the skin of the snake. You have to fix the skin. How we fix the snake, how we fix the skin of the snake? The physical reality only with the tree of knowledge good, with the Torah, with the tree of knowledge good and evil, with the fig tree. Alright, this by the way. So, Achaz, because Achaz, the kingdom of the north, what called Etz Yosef, was lost. So now Yeshayahu came to Achaz and gave him the prophecy. Now you have to give birth to a special Mashiach. He will eat butter and honey in the end of the day. But before he will eat butter and honey, all the land will be left. Mm-hmm. So now because I have to bring a special Mashiach, that the Jewish, of course, will not receive him because he's above the Torah. So then they will give him away to the nation. And then, through Christianity, the 10 tribe of Am Yisrael will come back to Am Yisrael, to the tree of Judah. It's why Jesus said, I have other disciples beside your guys, in other ships, in another michla, in another place. And I will give my life to this other ship. And then he say that you have to die, you have to be given. So why Jesus from the first place came here, even he came through Am Yisrael, the reason why God sent him is for the nation. Alright, so this was the second chapter of this session about especially the fig tree, and we'll continue next time with God's help. Thank you.